G'day. I'm down here back at Ewen Maddock Dam where I was last week, and I'm going to go for a bit of a walk. Now, where are we? Okay, here we are. Going to do this walk. At least I think I'm going to do the walk. I get out of breath fairly easily, so I'm just going to walk until I think I'm too tired to go any further, then I'll come back. So anyway, we'll have a little walk. We allowed horses and push bikes here. So, well, I better have a look, see if it mentions how many kilometres this is. Well, you are here. It's a kilometre on the pink loop there. I don't know, we'll see how we go. Main track 8.1. Looks like if you do everything, you're 10.1 kilometres. Anyway, I'm just going to go for a walk. Find somewhere to have a bit of a cup of tea and a sit down maybe, and then come home again. I'll talk to you again soon. You can see some of the dam through there. I've only been walking about 5 minutes, and the track's dropped down close to the dam. If you saw my last video, I was up here, I think it was a week or 2 weeks ago. We did 3 lookouts and 4 dams. Well, it ended up being 5 dams. Anyway, this was the first dam we looked at. In the distance there, you can't see through the trees on camera, but I can see it, is the main wall of the dam. The treatment works, and the spillway's over there too somewhere. And it was suggested, or rather I was asked the question by somebody that I'll mention later. I plan on giving him a shout out along with 2 other people. I was asked about whether I would do a kayak tour of the dams, and I thought it's not a bad idea. There's only actually 2 of the dams I'm allowed to do it on. The other 3 are not allowed swimming or boating. So it would be this dam and also Maroon Pocket, which was the second dam we looked at last week, or the week before, whenever it was. I'm hoping this is fairly stable, because I've realised that last time I walked with this camera I didn't have image stabilisation on. This time I do. This is a GoPro Hero 8, and every time I buy a new GoPro, it seems to be like 5 minutes later they bring out a new one. Anyway, I'm going to keep walking and see how far I get before I well, either my hips will be putting me in too much pain, or I'll just be too out of breath. One of the two. A bit of a clearing coming up, we might see a bit more water. There's a little track there down to the water. Anyway, there you go. And you might not be able to see it, there's one of the Glasshouse Mountains in the background. Alright, we'll keep going. Okay, I'm 5'9", just walking up to this. The top point of this here is level with my forehead. Now, that was a sizable tree, because we have nothing in Australia that compares with the American redwoods, but that's a pretty big tree for us. About to walk around the back of this cove here. Now, there are 3 places in the dam that are marked off with these a row of floating buoys. They're just a polystyrene ball. I don't know if you can see them on video or not. You're not allowed past that point in a kayak or boat of any sort. And the other place you find them is way up that way. I don't know if you can see a car going across the highway or not. Up towards, that's Mount Tubbergargan in the distance. You possibly can't see that either, I don't know. The other place is down near the spillway. There's an area marked off. So you're not allowed to go anywhere past those marker buoys. Fella just went jogging past. There's 2 dogs running after him. I'm guessing they're trying to keep up. I've never been around here before. I've been over there in the kayak, but you can't come in past the buoys, so I've never seen this. I didn't know this existed. There's pipe work running through, so I don't know if it's an overflow or just whether they just bulldoze this fill in here to allow for people to walk across the swampy bit. No idea. I'm guessing this takes a bit of a detour around the back of the dam, because there's a lot of swampy sort of area in there. You see all the melaleuca, I think they're called, or paperbark is the common name. You always find those around wet areas, and there's bucket loads in there. A lot of bracken in here. When I attempted the Conondale Great Walk, it was 15 kilometres to the first campsite and 7 kilometres to the Artist Cascades, which is a little waterfall, bit of a swimming hole. They said allow, that was 7 k's. They said allow 4 hours, and it took me pretty much bang on 4 hours to do that. This apparently is, without any detours, is 8.1. So I have not left myself enough time to do the whole thing. I started too late in the day. I just wanted to get out and do something, so that the day wasn't a complete loss. It took me about 15 minutes longer to get here than it should have done, because with all the upgrades on the Bruce Highway, they've actually moved the exit. So I ended up having to travel further south, then head west and then head north again. It added about 15 minutes to the trip. I'm hoping to find somewhere between here and the end a picnic table or something, so I can stop and rest my hips because they're aching already. Ball up the billy, have a cup of tea, just sit and listen to the birds. If you remember on that map we were looking at, the main track was 8.1 kilometres and there were two loops, the pink loop and some other colour I can't remember. Each of those loops was a kilometre, so I'm guessing if you do the whole lot you're doing 10.1 instead of 8.1. I've chosen to do this pink loop, which I'm assuming just comes back out in the main track further up. Thought there was someone behind me then. Yeah, I was really hoping to find a bench or a picnic table, somewhere to sit and have a break, have a cup of tea, but I might not find anything. Might have to wait till I get back to the main area where there are tables. I think I'll probably come back here again another day and try and do the whole lot. The exercise certainly won't be bad for me. And I realised this morning that 2 days in a row, it often happens on the weekend, I've forgotten to take my medication. One's for cholesterol, the other one's to lower my blood pressure. This is certainly raising the blood pressure. Anyway. So, I said I was going to mention a couple of other channels that I'd like you to have a look at, and if you like what you see, watch a couple of videos on each one. I'll put links in the description, but watch a couple of videos off each channel, and if you like them, give them a like, and would be really nice if you'd subscribe to them if you like them as well. The first one I'll mention is actually attempting to get to 2021 subscribers in the year 2021, which would be really good. So I'd appreciate it if you'd give him a sub, and I'm sure he'd appreciate it too. And that channel is done by Ralph Schwartz, and it's called Geoterics Outdoors Australia. He does a lot of little short videos, like a 1 minute impression, 2 minute impression, just little looks at various places, which is great because you get to see little snippets of places you haven't been and may never go. He also does gear reviews and a bit of camping, so that would be one to check out. And the next one I'll mention is a young fellow I just came across on YouTube. He's in North America somewhere, Canada I think, not certain. His channel is JTD Outdoors, and he does hiking and camping, bushcraft, that kind of thing. And it's a pretty new channel like mine as well, so I'm sure he'd appreciate a like and a subscribe. And the last one I'll mention, I'm not sure how long this guy's channel's been running. He's an old fella, I'm guessing possibly in his 60s. He'll go out in his snow, he's into survival, bushcraft, that sort of thing. He'll go out in the snow with nothing more than the clothes on his back and what's in his pocket, and build a shelter and make a fire and stay the night out in the snow. So you can learn a lot from him too. So his channel is called Doug Shoe Bushcraft. Now, like I said, I like and or subscribe on each of those. Would be great. I'm sure they'd appreciate it, and I'd also appreciate a like and a subscribe on mine as well. But I'll put links to all those in the description, and like I say, if you just watch a couple of each videos on each of those channels, see what you think, and maybe even come back to this video and let me know in the comments what you thought of each of them. That'd be great too. Anyway, I'll stop talking for a change. I'm getting out of breath again. Okay, back on the main track again. That goes back the way I came, up a hill, and I've just come out the other end of this pink loop that I took, which goes closer to the water, and from the looks of it is a lot flatter. So I'll probably go back that way as well, I think. So I just checked the time. I've been, well, I think I've got here about 2:30ish, and it's now 3:20 by the time I started walking. I'd say I've probably been walking for about 40 minutes. It's probably the most walking I've done in quite a while. Anyway, I'll keep going for a while. I don't want to be too late because I've got to get back and cook dinner. Or even if the wife cooks dinner, I've got to be back for dinner at some point. But we'll see how we go. The majority of people I've seen on this track have been going back the other way, because you would normally start this walk a hell of a lot earlier. I wonder if anybody's done a naughty little bit of camping in here. You get into the other end. And if you didn't want to walk back in the dark, you could set up camp. Not legally, of course, because it's illegal to do anything fun, of course. Main reason would be because if they're camped in there, people would leave a mess, because they always do, because people are pigs. Not all of them, but some of them, as we all know, think it's okay to leave all their rubbish behind. Oh, it's a bottle brush. Well, not bottle brush, some sort of melaleuca, I think is the... Oh, sorry, is that the right word? I can't think of the name. I'm not good with plants. But the seed or flower, or whatever you want to call that, on each of the different varieties comes in a different colour. Grevillea, I think, is the name of the plant. There's some more in there. Birds love them, they love to get the nectar out. When you're actually on the dam, it's all swampy in there. There's a bit of dam in there as well, I think. When you look to the west from the water, what I really like is all the different shades of green, and it's kind of in layers. You get the kind of olive green, the reeds growing out of the water. Then behind that's the paper barks, and you get the colour of the trunks, which is this whitish, paperish kind of stuff. And then of course you get the foliage from those in the tops of the trees, and then above that you've got the foliage from the gum trees, which is a different colour again. So yeah, this is great for, this is wet, a bit wet, but it's great for fire lighting. My hips are actually feeling slightly better at the moment, now that I've actually walked a bit. Loosened up, I'm not so stiff. I don't have a lot of weight in the backpack. Bit of camera stuff, bit of food, first aid. But it's weight that I wouldn't normally be carrying. I'd normally be, even at work, I don't carry a parcel, but it's to deliver a parcel, but that's only from the van to the house or to the business. Anyway, enough about work, this is more fun. We're a bit closer to the water again, because you can see that sort of olive green reeds I was talking about. I don't know if you can pick up the colour on camera. Possibly not, I can't zoom on a GoPro. Okay, so I've just come across another one of these little maps. You remember I said I did the pink loop. Now, it would have been quicker to go straight through. You can see how well you can see that. I did the pink loop, it takes you closer to the water, it's quite a nice walk, it's quite flat. Going back this way, that's uphill. So you are here. Not sure how many kilometres that is. If the whole lot where did we start from? Somewhere there. Oh, that'll be the car park. So we started from there and went up the black bit, I think, up here. Yeah, came around there. It doesn't give you the distance really. It says the main track is 8.1, but that's the total length from there around to there. That's a fair walk. That takes you right down the other end of the dam. So I think there's no mention of any picnic tables or anything like that on the key. It shows what that looks like if there are any there, and there's nothing around here. So I think just wondering how much further I should walk. Somebody just left a little note. It says, "Keep going, you're not lost. Mums was here," whatever that means. Yeah, so there's the brown loop, which is also a kilometre. I'm thinking this might be a nice track to do if I can find the other end of this Gympie Street North. Tunnel Ridge Road. Yeah, get a car around to here and just do the trip one way rather than there and back. Might do that, but I'll have to do it with somebody. Need two cars. Anyway, I think I might just turn around and head back. There's also a white loop, that's 750 metres, but that's round past all that. Yeah. Oh, big mozzie on the camera. On the way back, I'll do that little pink detour, which is called the Tallowood Walk, and that actually takes you onto the boardwalk back along the dam, back to the car park. So we'll head back now, and instead of doing that pink loop, I think I'll just brave the hill. Because that, I noticed, was uphill going up there. I think I'll just brave that hill because it's shorter than that. And head back along the Tallowood Walk and Boardwalk and have a cup of tea back here, because there are tables and chairs there. Okay, start heading back. Okay, that's interesting. So the way we're looking currently is back to the car park. It's where I started the walk. This pink loop is where I went, which is 1 kilometre from this point to where it comes back out on this main track. This main track goes up and over a hill, whereas the pink loop's a relatively flat walk. On the plus side, the hill from here to where this other track comes out is no more than maybe, I don't know, 200 or 300 metres. So I decided to take the hill and come back just to save a bit of time, and it actually saves quite a bit because it's not that far. Although that is a much prettier walk. Okay, we're getting there. That's the main track back, but I think this is called the Tallowood track or something like that. So we're going to go back this way. This one is a couple of little bits that go along the edge of the dam, and if I remember what the map said correctly, this should take us onto the boardwalk. And there's a gate there, so I'm guessing it's this way. Sun's going behind a cloud. I love this time of day with the afternoon light. It makes for some really good photographs. I didn't bother getting the camera out, I was just using the GoPro. Took a couple of stills on my phone, which I have uploaded to Instagram. So have a look at blackshacks_Instagram, blackshacks I can't even talk. blackshacks_bushcraft. Try that at Instagram. And you'll see a couple of photos I just added there. I'll be adding a couple more shortly. Of course, by the time you watch this video, they'll already be up. Ah, look at that. We're back to that big hollow log. So this isn't the track I thought it was. We're still yet to get to that and turn off. Talk to you soon. Back up on the main track. Avoided another hill. Of course, that's the way we went out in the first place. Oh, well, that sucks. I was going to take us for a walk back along the boardwalk, and it's bloody closed for repairs or modifications or whatever the hell they're doing. I suppose it's been there a few years now. I remember when they built it, but it's a nice walk along there. You can see the area in the water possibly. I don't know what shows up on camera. There's a big rectangular area there marked off with buoys. That's the swimming area, and on the outside of that there's somebody going out for a paddle in a kayak. Alright folks, that's it for today. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, give it a like, and I'd like it even better if you subscribe. Don't forget to check out the 3 links I'm putting at the bottom and check out those other channels. Thanks for watching.